Go ahead, Adam. What else would you add?
Well, I'll give you a couple things. Number one, we saw that Wall Street Journal article about the decline in traditional American values. The leading thing was patriotism. People aren't even proud to be American anymore. We've seen that decline. The declination of family, the declination of people having kids, the declination of religion, the declination of community involvement. The only thing that actually went up was money. Speaking of selfish or being selfless, I think it's totally okay to be selfish up until a certain point when it's time to be selfless. I'm going through that transition right now. Not the type of transition Vinny talks about. But also a part of it is what it costs to have a kid. It costs $250,000 per kid from 0 to 18. If you're Gen Z or millennial and you're actually the only generation that's expected not to be as rich as your parents, you have some math problems to do. And we all just saw the buy now, pay later situation that's going on economically with people and their money. Then you have student debt that's basically pushing people down to waiting time to buy a house, and it's taking longer to do that. Then you have the feminist problem. All right, modern feminism. We saw the war of words that I had with Chelsea Handler about a year ago when she was advocating for being a boss babe and never having kids, and then just thinking that you're going to be happy alone at 50 years old, a couple cats and a vibrator. Good luck, Chelsea. But modern feminists, working women, and boss babe culture is taking over. Speaking of culture, there's something called hookup culture, and there's also called baby mama culture. I don't need no man. Lyndon Baines Johnson, marry the state. Don't marry a man. They'll pay for you. You're welfare queen now, baby girl. Good luck with that.
Who said this? Wait a minute. Slow down. Who said this?
Lyndon Baines Johnson from the Great Society, what he talked about with marrying the state.
I remember watching that.
Yeah,
were you
marrying the state.
It was a video.
Adam, were you paraphrasing, or is there an article in that somewhere?
I want to paraphrase right there, but we all know what's going on there. Then there's abortions out there.
Stop. So, slow down. I'm taking notes.
Okay, gotcha. I'm on fire, Pat.
I love it. I'm loving this. Hang tight. So here's what we got.
I'm tracking.
Don't stop a train when it's on the track, Pat.
Modern feminism. This is actually very helpful. So modern feminism, because SOSCAST, these are the things you talk about. That's not our content.
Part of it, yes.
So boss babe culture.
Yeah.
And then the other one you said, marry the government. What'd you say?
Marry the government, marry the state rather than your man.
Marry the state, not a man. Okay,
you
keep going.
talked about that with Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Yeah, this is great.
We talk about the lack of men in society, and that you've talked about this. It used to be 4% of all kids were born to a single parent. Now it's up to 40%, and the darker your complexion, no offense, the less likelihood that your man's going to be in the house. If you're Hispanic, I think it's 60%, and if you're black, I think it's 70% that the father's not in the home, because they're encouraged to basically have fatherless homes that's going on. We've seen what happens with fatherless homes. You're more likely to do drugs. You're more likely to go to jail. You're most likely to drop out of school. You're most likely to have all these sorts of issues. Then you have the phone situation that, you don't need to go play outside. You don't know how to interact with others. Just stay on your phone all day. So it's just a complete shit show what's going on in America right now. We talk about the great replacement theory that Tom's a big proponent of out there. But the great replacement theory is that people aren't having kids. Now, here's the catch, because I'm sure say, Adam, you don't have any kids. The difference is I want to have a bunch of kids. I'm just waiting to choose the right wife and mother to the kids. But I can do that in my 40s. Women, if you actually choose to play the long game, you're going to have a very sad future, because by the time you're 35, what is known as basically, you have trouble having a baby. I forgot the name of the exact term. But after 35, you have...
Well, Don Lemon said you're not in your prime anymore.
Exactly. You're not in your prime. You have... you have an issue having kids. I forget the name of the term. But when you're 40, it's basically very, very tough to have kids, especially if you want to have multiple. Good luck having one of those. But for men and women, it's different. But women, this goes back to the decline in traditional values. Women have lost sight of what their superpower is, and that is motherhood. Yes, you can have a business. Yes, you can make money. Yes, you can work. But nobody, despite what certain people in the trans community can say, will tell you that men can have babies. Women are the ones that are having babies.
Yeah.
And they need to remember that that is their superpower. And that's a lot of what Andrew Tate talks about when we had those conversations with him. But people want to blaspheme him for having traditional values when women are the ones that have the babies, as much as they're trying to push that men can have babies too. There's men having baby emojis on your iPhone, but there's no family emojis. You got them all that out.